We're gonna try this again. Quick autumn tour of the patio balcony garden. So, yes, let's do this. Oh ho ho! The Hoya looking lush and thick as ever. These cactus, doing their thing, growing some. Yeah. Uh, Hoya leaves super thick and glossy per usual. We're still in summer. We've got like a month left in summer, and I'm assuming that the summers in the southeastern United States are a bit hotter than the northeastern mid-Atlantic states. So those probably be good for a while, I think. And then we'll see what happens after that. The aglaonema that upon the move got sunburnt here. It had three stalks initially. One of them kaput almost immediately. The other one, man, I cut it back. There's a cut back, but you see this one. Actually, I think this was just a side shoot that was growing anyway. So that's kind of really flushing out. Again, we're not necessarily at the hottest, but same with this aglaonema. We've got a lot of growth from the soil, actually. So excited to see that. A lot of these plants, I'm at this point thinking, like the aglaonemas, I think I might just, before a frost, rinse out the roots or whatever and repot them in some cactus soil and bring them inside. So I got this this lovely purplish mum, like a week ago. And I just repotted it because it was actually super dry. I wanted to leave it for a week. A lot of these plants have fantastic leaves. The soil ends up getting super dry, and I don't realize even when it's super heavy rain. So that's the mum and the begonia, the BK Bonnie begonia. I don't know the name of this mum. I just bought it at the nursery, the Logan's nursery. This, my pothos has actually put out a lot. I think most of this is actually on the side is new growth. You see the lighter color is new growth. We've got some new growth over there, and it's not as dark because it's in the sun. So fantastic there. I just repotted this, right? I also bought the Rocking Red Dianthus about a week ago, and marigolds has finally started coming up. Lovely color. I'm not sure why. This was maybe the wind or the rain. That one was standing, and then it just was on its side, but it's not like entirely dead. And then this, I'll insert some pictures if I can. I should have some. There should be all over my Instagram if not. The petunias I had, they're doing great. But again, the dianthus was actually super bone dry, and I probably actually need to water that some more. I just put the dianthus and the marigold and the petunia. So dianthus is perennial. It should be fine in there. I don't know how it'll be since it's pushed all the way to the side, but we'll see. It'll fight for its life. Once this gets acclimated to its new pot, I think this is going to be a lovely flush of color. We're going to have the orange, the red, the purple. Fantastic. The mint. I should probably trim this mint that's off to the side back, but a lot of it is like, it smells fantastic. It's spearmint, actually. That was a lot bigger plant, but it was spindly, so I pinched a bunch of it back. So that's just gonna be whether or not that comes back next year. I mean, it should. I feel like it should, but if it's not, I'll just buy another one. But that's just great there. It smells great. Next to it, the Plecanthrus, the Cuban oregano. I thought this had been getting a lot of sun. I didn't pinch it back so many times for it to put up this much growth, but it has. I don't know if I'm gonna pinch off a piece come fallish and then leave the rest to flower for the bees and whatnot. My vinca, again, we had rain, but apparently all these pots were super dry, so I'm gonna have to come out and water. I'm not, the rain is somewhat unpredictable around here, so I've not been watering much, but, and you can see it's, I believe those are some seeds from the vinca proper that have some seedlings from the vinca. The small little leaf seems similar enough to me that I'm going to call it vinca seeding itself, which is great, I think. Some more marigolds yet to open. Maybe I should turn this around. I don't know. I might turn it around back. But theoretically, that should have been the blue bachelor's buttons. Don't know what that is. That's. I won't be surprised if that's. I won't be surprised if that's actually just more vinca. I thought it might have been some onions that were initially planted in this pot that never sprouted, but who knows what it is? It's probably vinca. That's fine with me. If this is just like a orange and white container, that's fine. My first mixed pot, because I just like potting one thing in pots all the time. This was the first one that led to that one, of course. But this Coraline was my sister. She bought it, I believe, sometime last year. I should have respected video showing how I cut it back. This is the progress. This is, oh no, the leaf's broken. This is one. You see it's got the two little leaflets here. I turned it on this side because it was on that side and it wasn't really growing, but this one was on this side and you can see how much it grew. Could just be a thing related to the respective stems. I never actually dug the root balls for these begonias. I kind of just literally plopped them on top, and you can kind of see that there. They're literally just plopped on top. Once I get more soil, I might fill back in. But they're doing fantastic, actually. So, do I need to fuss? I don't think I do. Anyway, the big Mama Jama, this pot that I initially meant to, or I still might do, I have a second of these buckets that has holes. So I might just put soil in that second bucket and put this on top of that in case it needs more soil. I don't know if it does or not. I assume it might, but I don't know. What am I doing over here, friend? Anyway, so, it's got a couple, okay. I don't know what's going on. I don't actually know what this is because my mom just likes to take the seeds of the squash and pumpkin she eats. So I don't know what this is, but it's growing and it's looking fantastic. Whether or not it's small, if it goes to seed, I will collect, friend. I will collect. Let me put that back over there. So yeah, you know, some cucurbits accompanied by a bunch of marigolds. I think next year I might just buy marigolds instead of trying to grow them for seed. Marigolds have taken way too long to start flowering. Really, it's just the one that's flowered. It's like you had the optimal conditions. I don't know what the issue was. What remains of my Brazil, I cut her back, but she's, you know, really lush leaves. And I enjoyed cutting my sister had for me. One of two ZZ Ravens that are outside, the other one's on the bottom. Recently put over there, so hopefully it starts to, like, do what this is doing. I don't see myself taking this inside. But this seems to be, like, I had a video where it was flowering. I don't know if this is a seedling, because it looks to have the same patterning of the leaves in terms of, like, so called, not opposite, and yes, it seems to the leaves look similar enough to me. So I don't know if this is just like a baby Paleonia. I do plan, actually I had been planning, but this looks kind of busted. I probably still will. I do plan on taking this out and bringing it in, the Sansevieria alone. This that had been out here, I think I'm just going to leave it out here. Don't know about this. Maybe I'll cut off the top and then put it back out. That's probably what I'll do. I'll cut off the top and put it back out next season. Oh, and then some more Sansevieria there. Yeah, this is great in theory, and maybe if it was closer to the rail, it would get more rain, because it's like half under the, I won't call that an awning, the roof, whatever. So essentially, like, this half gets rain, but like on top, and if it, you know, nothing underneath gets rain. Even though you would think with the wind, it might get hit. For some reason, it doesn't. This was in the sun. Apparently, it's living its best life in, like, bordering sun, part shade. So, this is, I think it's, what do you call it, devil's spine or something? Some type of euphorbia, I think it is. Very pretty. Another Sansevieria. We'll see if that, actually, let me move this out. I did need to move this out. Next to the granite crag. Let's see if that does anything about it. That'll be there. Okay. Me. Yeah. Okay. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, actually, it looks like it's, I think it's going to rain now. Anyway, thanks for watching. I just came out here and did a bunch of work. for the repotting. So I'm actually sweating a bit, and I would like to take a shower because possibly things are going to get done later on today. But very excited. Love these colors. Love looking out and seeing the red and the purple of the mum and the begonia. And hopefully this dianthus, marigold, petunia really like fills in the next couple of weeks. Or even just the last couple of days, just really decides to like establish itself and be like, I'm here. This is my life now, and I accept it, you know? So I guess it's a bit like me. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye. A lot of the calatheas, the shade plants are actually thriving. We have new leaf unfurling from the base here. That of a plant that otherwise looks hella dead. This is just, you know, kind of living. Not really terrible, not really the worst. That was really full when we got here. I don't know if I've underwatered it, but it seems to be also that there is some new leaf unfurling. So I might just bring that out. I don't know. A garden is a growing thing. Hey, thanks for watching. Bye.